Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right everybody, thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies, and we got a lot of comic book news to get into, and in fact, this is the last weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up of 2021. So thank you so much for checking out this show throughout the years, and always coming back here on the weekends so we can talk about what's coming up in comic book world, in movie land, in TV, universe, and all that kind of stuff. We really do appreciate it. We hope you have a great holiday season. There is still more to come from PCP, of course, though. We got Rockin Robbie live on Sunday night, and we've got the Festivus stream. That's right, our 4th annual Festivus stream. That'll be Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Join us for that. But now let's get right into some of this news. Carnage. Carnage is a new ongoing series from Marvel in March, and it's written by Ram V with artwork by Francisco Mana. Holy frickin' cow. I live in a world right now where both Venom and Carnage are being written by Ram V, one of the absolute best comic book writers in the industry right now. This is exciting. I think this is really cool. We got 2 issues so far of Venom, and they're decent and they're cool, but I'm really excited to see what Ram is going to do with the world and the mind of Cletus Cassidy. That's in March. We also have Fantastic Four Full Circle coming in August. It's an original graphic novel, completely written and illustrated by Alex Ross. Alex Ross doing a graphic novel, writing and illustrating with a new experimental, almost near psychedelic type style with the coloring, and it's Fantastic Four, and it's in August. I'm more than sold. Like, I am so freaking excited for this one. It's going to be done in the original graphic novel from Marvel format. If you remember those graphic novels like the New Mutants and the She-Hulk and the Punisher, that size, that format. Yo, I am super freaking excited for that. Venom, Lethal Protector is a 5-issue series from Marvel debuting in March. It's by David Michelinie and Ivan Fiorelli. So Venom, Lethal Protector, David Michelinie, he's coming back, co-creator of the character of Venom. He was the writer of the original Lethal Protector series, and what this is it's set back in those Lethal Protector Venom days. It's just a 5-issue series. Think of it like something like Symbiote Spider-Man, the upcoming Ben Reilly Spider-Man, X-Men Legends. These are stories by creators and set in the kind of old school kind of 90s world. I'm really excited for this one. I think they could have called it something different to distinguish itself from Lethal Protector, because they've also already redone a story called Lethal Protector, so this will be the 3rd Venom Lethal Protector graphic novel on shelves, but whatever. Strange is debuting in March. This is from Jed MacKay, Marcelo Ferreira, and this is the spin-out of The Death of Doctor Strange. It's the new Doctor Strange book, but Stephen Strange is dead, and they're going to fulfill that promise for the time being. Clea is going to be the new Sorcerer Supreme. That's really cool. I'm excited to see what's going to happen there, because Clea is a character that hasn't really been utilized a lot in recent years, like whatsoever, like for a long time. Like, I gotta go back to like the 90s when I can really think of her being utilized to her full potential at times. But Jed MacKay's been doing a solid job on Death of Doctor Strange for me. I love what he's doing on Moon Knight right now. His Black Cat run was great, so I think he's one of Marvel's #1 dudes right now. So yeah, let's check that out. XForce is in April, a relaunched XForce written by Benjamin Percy with artwork by Robert Gill. So not too much is changing there. Just Benjamin Percy continuing XForce. This, though, is going to directly spin out of the 10 Lives and the 10 Deaths of Wolverine event that's going to be going on. And Knights of X is also debuting in April. And this one is by Teenie Howard and artist Bob Quinn. This is going to focus more on mutants and magic and all that kind of stuff. So some of the things that were developed into Excalibur. So just kind of think of Knights of X as Excalibur 2.0. So, I mean, I'll check out the first issue. Batman Beyond the White Knight arrives in March, an 8-issue miniseries from Sean Murphy. Very excited for this, to go back to that White Knight world. The artwork by Murphy, the writing, the story, all of it's been really freaking solid. Both volumes, including also the spin-off Harley Quinn book. Yo, I'm digging it. I'm down. What happens is this is set 10 years after Curse of the White Knight. Batman, Bruce Wayne, has to break out of prison because some kid named Terry McGinnis has stolen his bat suit. So you got Batman Beyond being integrated into this world. Come on, y'all. Super excited for that. Batman Killing Time in March. This is a 6-issue Batman series by Tom King, David Marquez. Really like David Marquez's artwork, so I'm excited for that. Tom King, we'll have to see. Tom King's hit or miss with me, man. I used to really like his work back in his days of Vision, Omega Men, Mr. Miracle. Now, lately, I haven't really been digging too much on Tom King's work. I wasn't that big of a fan of the ending of Strange Adventures. Didn't really like Rorschach, didn't like the ending there. I hope he can stick the ending on Human Target, because that book's been pretty decent. But this is going to be a miniseries. It's about Catwoman, Penguin, and Riddler coming together to perform the heist of a lifetime, and they're stealing something from Bruce Wayne. 6 issues, Tom King, being edited down to 6 issues. Maybe that's the right way to go. Rogues is a new 4-issue Prestige Plus format series from DC Black Label. Debuts in March. It's written by Joshua Williamson with artwork by Leah Max. Really excited for that creative team. Joshua Williamson did a hell of a run on Flash. This is an out-of-continuity tale about the rogues, the Flash's rogues, so Captain Cold and Heatwave and Mirror Master and everybody else, Weather Wizard and all that such stuff. This is set 10 years after they have disbanded. Their lives have gone to crap, so Captain Cold has to pull the gang together for one more score. It's a cliche idea, but I'm really excited for this format, for these characters and these creators to come together. And y'all, we got a DC Black Label book that's not Batman related. That's pretty freaking awesome. Then we got Radio Spaceman coming from Dark Horse Comics in March. A 2-issue miniseries debuting a brand new character created by Mike Mignola. So this is written by Mike Mignola with artwork by Greg Hinkle. Really excited for this one. Mike Mignola did a lot of these really cool sketchbooks during the quarantine, and he released it on all these images on Twitter and on IG, and it was all really cool stuff. He put together a sketchbook of a lot of them collected, and this was one of those dudes that he just kind of came up with, but it's a new character from Mike Mignola. Come on. You know I'm going to check it out. Slumber arrives in March from Image Comics. This is solicited as an ongoing series. It's from Tyler Burton Smith and Vanessa Cardinale. This is about a dream detective. So this is a character who you pay to enter into your dreams and kill your nightmares for you, and now the mysterious past is coming back to haunt them. Something like that. So interesting enough premise. Not quite like Queen of Dreams, but kind of close. But interesting enough as a concept. Then we have Ghost Cage from Image Comics. 3 extra-size issues starting in March from Nick Dragotta, Caleb Gilner. So the artwork is done by Gilner, but the writing is done by Nick Dragotta. Really excited for this. This was the artist of East of West. I'm excited to see what will happen. We got covers by Nick, but I don't think he's doing any of the artwork on the interior. The basic premise of this is that we live in a world now where this one mega power company holds all the power in the world, right? And now there's a terrorist attack on it, and so the dude who runs, the guy who owns basically all the power in the world, has to go to his greatest creation and an adequate enough employee to defend this company from a terrorist invasion. I don't know, it's kind of vague, but it's exciting enough to check it out. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What? From Boom and IDW in March. Man, Cullen Bunn, Freddie Williams III, doing a Power Ranger story in which they finally go up against Godzilla. I am really freaking pumped for this. I think Freddie Williams is a perfect artist choice for this. He does a lot of those zany crossovers very well, like the Batman TMNT come into my mind. And Cullen Bunn, I think he's a really solid writer that will be able to sink his teeth into this and actually give us a nice, fun, quickly paced book with lots of excitement. I am pumped. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Come on. Something is Killing the Children starts back in March. A lot of people thought that the book was done. It was only on a hiatus to really put the spotlight on House of Slaughter, but it does return with issue number 21 in March. You know we're all looking forward to that one. And then we got God Country. That's right, the Donny Cates, Jeff Shaw comic book, graphic novel from Image. The best Donny Cates book I've ever read is going to be a Netflix movie. So we knew that it had been optioned. We knew something was in the works. Donnie was talking about it, kind of vague posting about it. Now we know 100ly official percent. We know this officially now that it's going to be a movie that will be debuting on Netflix in production with, or co-production with Legendary. So that's what we got for you this week. What's coming up here at PCP? Well, we already talked about the Festivus stream on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Don't miss that one. Don't miss the last final Rockin Robbie Live of 2021, Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's a special Christmas Teen Dog Shades night, so I hope you join us there. And then join us tonight over at Dylan's Horror Show for the final episode of Dylan's Horror Show this year, which is Better Watch Out, which is actually a really good, undervalued movie from a few years ago that's wild. It's on Amazon Prime, it's on Tubi. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Join us tonight, 7:05-ish p.m. Central Time at Dylan's Horror Show. Link in the description below. Thank you so much for your support throughout the year. We'll be back, of course, Tuesday night with the weekly comic book review. That show was never on hiatus. We really appreciate all the support. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season, a happy new year, and on behalf of everybody here at the excitable PCP crew, Station, thanks for rocking with us.